All right, hey, what's going on, YouTube? We are back in the truck. It is Super Bowl Sunday night, and man, you know what? We didn't work at all last week. If you guys watched last week's weekly review, we did 2 loads. We worked 1 day. Tonight we have a full night of work, so we're missing the fourth quarter of the big game. I'm not a fan of either team, but I'm a big football fan, so I'm pretty disappointed. It's kind of like a national holiday. If you guys remember Thanksgiving, I worked on Thanksgiving night too. So this is just par for the course for me. This is more of the same. And I gotta get out here and I gotta make some money for my family. So we're at the gas station putting a little gasoline in the Corolla. And then once we get done with that, we'll get to the truck. And if you guys watched my weekly review last week, you saw that I pushed my fuel to this week. So I gotta remember to put fuel because the fuel gauge doesn't actually work on the truck I'm in. So I gotta remember to put fuel in that thing, not get to the yard and take off. So help me remember that. Anyway, get to the intro. It just clicked. I gotta get out of here so I can get on the road and get over to the refinery because we're loading. We got loads, we got work, we're making money this week. All right, let's go. All right, so we are headed to go pick up our first load. We are going to show you another day in the life of a local day cab trucker. I titled one of my first videos that I believe it was one of my first. Anyway, it was an earlier video, and it seemed to do pretty well, even though it was a pretty poorly shot video. I just recorded me talking in between, kind of each step of the way. And so today, I'm going to show you guys a little more. We got some driving footage. I'll get you guys a little bit more footage of what's going on so that you guys can see kind of what a day in the life of a local day cab trucker is. The first thing that I can say about being a local day cab trucker is that, you think you're going to be home for a lot more things because you're not over the road, which is true. When you're over the road, you miss things altogether. But you can also plan to be home and get some home time on the important ones. And for a local driver, at least a local driver that is like me, that pushes pretty hard and works the night shift and tries to do everything I can to put the most money in my bank as possible. You're gonna sacrifice things. So I sacrificed the fourth quarter. So I just checked the score. Looks like Mahomes didn't pull off the miracle upset. So I'm kind of glad about that, relieved, because if I missed it, I would have been bumming pretty bad to miss, like a historic Super Bowl. So I'm kind of glad, it just kind of went the way. Not that Tom Brady winning his 7th isn't historic, but like I'm glad I didn't miss some crazy comeback. But anyway, yeah. So sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. If you guys remember my Thanksgiving video, did I already say that? I think I already said that. But anyway, so that's the first thing about tonight. First thing about being a local day cab trucker. The first part of being seeing a day in the life of is that when there's work, like last week there was no work, and so this week there's work. I'm working. That's just all there is to it. There's loads. I'm taking them. No questions about it. There's the scheduling of this day is a little wacky because I got to go down to Fresno after I go to Stockton, and it's just a little bit wonky. All right, let's get on down the road. Starting our week off right with what me and the other drivers usually call a G day. That's right. The truck will make around $1,000 today, and that's how we like it. That's the goal every day, is to have a G day. There's not really a way to make more than that here at this outfit with the haul we're on. So, yep, we're trying to make a G today. So, yeah, we're going to head over here.
Chevron is back open, and we're going to run one local load to Stockton and one load down to Fresno. So it's looking good, looking good.
All right, so we got our first load loaded up. First load of the week, first load of the night, first load of the month. No, we worked last week, so we don't. This isn't the first load of the month. But anyway, I'm already feeling better. All right, got some freight on the truck. Gonna make some money this week. Gonna be a much better week. I'm feeling optimistic. This is gonna be a good week. So I'm gonna run this over to Stockton, do a quick turnaround, come right back over here, pick up the load that goes down to Fresno. We're gonna make quick work of this night. Hopefully about 12 and a half hours. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. So we are unloading. You guys saw me hook up the hose. Just hooked up an extension to the trailer, then hooked up the hose to that. Opened up the valve to kind of get some pull going. Now you got to be careful of that because you got to make sure you vent the trailer. You want to vent the dome. I like to open it up because it gets the draw going and it seems to not kind of off gas as much out the top when I open the dome. If it's giving you a little bit of problems, you might have to pry it open. You know, if that suction's pulling on it too much and it's getting held down. So anyway, super easy. Takes about, 18 to 20 minutes to offload. Really not very long at all. And so we just hustle. This is what I do. I keep my foot on the gas all night, hustle as hard as I can to try and get home and spend more time with my kids. I do have my commute to work, which is 40 minutes. So I figure that into every day. It's like every 12-hour day is almost a 14-hour day. Yeah, so anyway, this is how we roll though. This is how we roll every week, every night. It's busy more often than it's slow. I know you guys, I've been really dedicated to this channel since November. And from November to like February is like kind of tends to be the slowest season. November and December, we were okay. This year it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. Most of the time we're running, and that's the only way that we can make a good living doing this. If we want to stay local, we got to run these loads, and when there's these loads to run, when they get busy, you just got to put your head down and just grind and hustle. And so anyways, that's what we're doing today. We're probably about 5 minutes away from empty, so I'm gonna go take my paperwork down there, use the restroom, and then I'll come up. We're gonna be on our way. All right. I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I think. And if I think of anything, I'll record something while we're driving. I just kind of gonna see if I can get some different angles going right here. So we'll see. We'll see how this all works. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys when we're driving back to get our next load to go down to Fresno. All right. Cool.
All right, so we are on our way back for our second load. We're just waiting for the gate to close here at the port of Stockton. They give us a access badge for the gate that is closest to the customers that we have. And that way we don't have to go around the other way. It only takes about 5 minutes longer, but 5 minutes on each load, 15 minutes a night, sometimes 20, I guess. But anyway, kind of convenient. And so, but with that access badge, with great privilege comes great responsibility. But no, for real though. So we got to wait for the gate to close each time. You can't you can't just take off. You gotta wait there and make sure no one accesses that gate who's not supposed to. So you kind of block it with the truck, make sure no one else comes in, and then once it closes, then you take off. So yeah, this is a day in the life, man. Just doing loops, loops on top of loops on top of loops. But actually, I kind of get the special loads, so I get to go down to Fresno, which no one no one usually gets happy about having to go to Fresno, but you know, when yeah, when you're stuck on this loop for, I don't know, years and years, it's so nice to go and just see a different road. And believe me, it gets old too. I've been doing them periodically for the last 2 years now, year and a half, 2 years. I've probably run just as many Fresnos as I have locals. I've definitely been the guy who runs down there the most, kind of the Fresno guy, I guess. Never thought I'd call myself the Fresno guy. When you grow up on the Central Coast like I did near Pismo Beach, everyone from Bakersfield and Fresno go to Pismo Beach. And so we'd call them all Bacos because they're from Bakersfield. But you could always tell a guy from the valley, and it was just, we weren't like them or they weren't like us. And so, yes, I never imagined being the Fresno guy. Just, I don't know, nothing about my life I thought would lead me to consider myself the Fresno guy. But that's where we're at in this life. Almost 37 years old, and I'm the Fresno guy. But anyway, I have nothing against Fresno, really, besides it being a really terrible city, almost as bad as Stockton. Nevertheless, I digress. We are gonna go get this load. We're making really good time, and you know, we're on a good trajectory to get down there. What time should we get down there? Let's see. Get over there by 1:20, loaded by 2, get down there by 5:30, give or take. Should be down there around 5:30. If everything goes like smooth. Well, let's knock this out. We're gonna knock this out. We're gonna go pick up this load that goes down to Fresno, and then we'll head down there. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, so we got ourselves loaded. Took us about an hour and 45 minutes. So yeah, not a great run in and out over here. We did have one truck in front of us, but that wasn't the problem. The problem was the loading rack was acting up and getting a little silly at the refinery. So instead of getting down there at 5:30, we're gonna get down there at 6:30. Just the way things go. That's truck driving for you. Isn't that old country song? I forget who sang that one. But he just says all those things that happen, and then the bad things that happen in trucking, and then at the end of each little stanza, he says, "That's truck driving for you." So anyway, I forget who sings that song. Is that a David Allan Coe song? I don't know. Anyway, that's truck driving for you. Lost an hour tonight. No way to get it back. No way I can hurry or try to cut any corners or do anything. There's no corners to cut. It just takes the time it takes to drive down there to Fresno, and then so we'll get down there, we'll get offloaded, and then we'll be coming back. Sun will probably be up.
Yes, that is my exit. And yes, we are passing it. Sorry, that's my exit to go home. And yes, it is about my bedtime. But I'm just on my way down to Fresno. And then I've got to turn around in Fresno, and I got to drive past my house again to go park the truck, get back in my Corolla, commute back to the house before I'll be able to hit my bed. So it's a long day, guys. It's a long day. Yep. So we'll get down there and offload this thing catch up with you guys when we're down in Fresno. All right? All right. Sounds good.
All right, let's point this thing towards home. We are unloaded. We're down in Fresno, and yeah, you know what? I'm tired, but it's all good because it's a G day. It's a G day, and I know I don't get to keep all of that $1,000. I know. It's what the truck made, and then I got to pay for the truck rental, trailer rental, fuel, all that stuff, right? All of it. But it's still a G day. So all that to say, I am still uh, happy. So I'm waiting for this light to change, man. I'm still ready to rock and roll. We gotta go home, get some sleep, be ready to do it again tonight. So, this is Day Cab Trucking. What's up? Day Cab. We run all within about 100 miles of where we started, but we still work some pretty long hours, and we make our money. That's the only way to make money on local stuff is to work your stinking butt off. That's it. That's all there is. That's all you can do. But yeah, let's get it pointed to home. Get the heck out of Fresno before things get weird, and we'll go from there, man. We'll get this thing going. I'm gonna head north on Highway 99, California 99, and that will be the direction we head until we get to British Camp, which is basically Stockton. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Sounds cooler, but it's just Stockton. Fresno to Stockton. That's a lovely day, isn't it? That's a lovely day. All right, so we're definitely passing our home again. It's been a little while since we started work. The sun is up all the way. It's behind us, luckily. But yeah, we're headed back through the hometown, the place of my abode, and yeah, we're not able to stop. So that's really a sucky part of the setup that I have when I run down to Fresno, is that I live um, south of the yard, kind of in between Fresno and the yard, a lot closer to the yard than Fresno, but still, it's on my way, and I have to drive through. Um, I have to drive through my town on my way down and on my way back, and so if I owned the trailer and parked near my home, I would be done right now. But instead, I've got to drive another 45 minutes to the yard, turn in my paperwork, do all that fun stuff, all the fun stuff. It takes about 15 minutes, so let's just call it an hour. Then I got to drive another 45 minutes in the Corolla back home. So, hour and 45 minutes from now, I should be home. So that sucks. That sucks because I want to go to sleep now. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. My plan to try and flip my schedule around totally backfired on me. I didn't get enough sleep. I'm staying up way too long for the amount of sleep that I got. Luckily, the sun's up, so I feel a little better. But it's definitely, I'm gonna sleep good when I get home. Really good. This today is gonna flip my schedule for me, no problem, because I'm just exhausted. So I'll be able to sleep no matter what time, no matter what place. And by the time I get home and get some sleep, it's gonna be uh, my own. Sorry, my other camera is dying or whatever, so I just ignore that. So, but by the time I get home, I'll be, you know, um, ready to go to sleep, wake up, and do it all over again. So, Hopefully we're busy again tonight. I'd love another G day. I would love it. Let's go park this truck, put some fuel in it, do all that good stuff. See you guys at the yard.
All right, so we are now done with the trucking part of our day. We just got to make it home in the Corolla. I didn't record anything at the fuel island because I didn't get fuel. There was a couple trucks already in there, and I just said, you know, I'm just gonna park this stinking truck and I'm just gonna go home. So I hopped in the car. Unfortunately, they're doing construction on my way home, and I actually saw it on my way to the yard because I drove the same stretch of road. I was just heading northbound, and so I saw the southbound lanes were really backed up, and for some reason I just forgot. So I got on the road like I normally would, and so now I'm on a detour trying to get around the backup. It's like a 15-20 minute backup, so it's a decently long little backup. So we're trying to get around it, get home so I can get some sleep. It's wearing me out, man, wearing me out. But I will talk at you guys in a little while. I think I'm just gonna wrap up this video here. Love you guys. Have a great week. Don't be afraid to put in some hard work, make some sacrifices now for the things that you want later, and make things happen. Make things happen. All right, talk to you guys later. See ya.